Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Faroe Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Jayhawks will put total leather to crank us up. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Tigers offense will go on the attack first. Mizzou put a spanking on the Jayhawks the last time they met.
Wins always feel great, but Missouri blowing out Kansas for them, that was ecstasy for their players, coaches, and fans.
Yeah, and it's just an awesome opportunity to be like, yeah, we own you. Like, go back to where you came from and just letting you know, like, this rivalry isn't a rivalry between us and you.
This guy's always a big part of the game plan, and they get him involved right off the bat.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Your best players should touch the football the most. First play out the gates. I know I got a big-time advantage, big-time wide receiver. Get him the football, make the gain. I expect we'll see a lot more of that throughout this football game.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off play action on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Manning. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Catches it at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Jayhawks offense will have its first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
To throw, it's Daniels. Oh, they're after him. Still looking, on the move. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
And the Jayhawks line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. You do think basketball in this rivalry, but there is football history. Gale Sayers, Todd Reesing, Chase Daniel, the Mangino era for the Jayhawks. At times, this was one of the best rivalries on the planet.
Well, they started playing in 1891, and it's unfortunate with conference realignment that this rivalry game kind of went away. I wish we saw it more often.
Yeah, and we've seen it all across college football. We get robbed of the rivalries, and then in turn, we kind of forget about them. So good to have this rivalry back.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. He's got the tight end. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. If this offense had a little extra time to think about it, let's see what they have on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Manning. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Wants to go up top on first down. Right on the money. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. They've got the screen set up. Spins away from the defense. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and then at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
One guy up front loses his focus, and it leads to that sack. And it's unfortunate because they had all 11 guys on the same page. These last 2 drives, obviously scoring a touchdown, the last timeout, and really doing a nice job even on this drive of moving the football. And then it comes to that one critical 3rd down, one guy not doing what he's supposed to do, and now you're set up in 4th and long, and it looks like they're going to have to punt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Snagged in the end zone! Touchdown, Missouri!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing the go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The Jayhawks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. To the air, it's Daniels. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Kick is in the air. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. He'll get rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Manning. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Hardy. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Lost to fire on 2nd down. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Touchdown, Tiger. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's loose. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Creates a little room. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Here's a hit. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Jayhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Slips a tackle. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. At the 45 on his way. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
I really like how the quarterback was just able to turn the page that time, right? On first down, he got sacked. Now it's second, and it's long, and it's an obvious passing situation. A lot of guys would be worried they're going to get sacked again. Clock's going off. This guy was just poised. He saw a lane. He took off, and not only did he get a couple yards, he picked up the first down. This guy needs to keep scrambling.
Catch in the middle. It's Henderson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, so much to break down from a spirited first half between the Tigers and the Jayhawks. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Kansas and Missouri plays out.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off play action. Finds his big tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Steps away. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give is to Williams. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
On 3rd down, going up top. Hit as he throws. He can't make the connection on the soft toss.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we got to come out, start fast. We're trailing. Got to put some drives together, some possessions, and they come out on the 1st drive and kind of flounder around. This defense is going to have to step up.
And the Jayhawks will call on their punt team. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And here comes the offense on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Handoff to the single running back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Coleman. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
So the final period starts with a second down play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart. He still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the third down.
to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little far.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Tight end now in motion. Back to pass, it's Daniels. This one's complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Fires to the tight end. Finds a little bit of room, and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Buys a little extra time. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
Looking for a man, it's Daniels. Using his feet to buy time. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Jayhawks with the 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Here's the pressure. Made a defender miss. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. After run, now throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Fitted in the window for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. And now let's see what happens.
And this passing game, they can't get in sync, man. They can't get in rhythm. It seems like all game it's been a struggle. Nice job by the defense, dropping back, breaking on the football. But this offense has to find their rhythm somehow, some way.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Pocket breaking down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Pickett. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
The Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. 3rd down play from the gun. On the run, still looking. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. These two old rivals don't clash as often as they once did, but now bragging rights will belong to the Zoo. Until next time. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.